Anarchs keep power. Like the Camarilla has like a power base, which makes it harder to get the pose or Anarchs. A lot of its personality and things are looking. They will throw you under that, and so they ended up kind of going more Camarilla. And I'm just like, there aren't good guys here, and like no one.
No
Also,
one wins.
yeah, she also had that thing that I'm guessing comes from every time an NPC. I want to make a intuition awareness or if they're lying.
Oh God.
And there's times that like they're almost always hiding something. I was almost to the point where I'm going to go, no, we don't do that. Like if there's specific things you're looking for about someone, but just every time an NPC PC, you saying, I do a lie detector check. No, like that's not a way to play.
No, that does not sound great.
You want to see Lucy Darling? I don't know if you've ever seen her.
Yeah, my friend Taylor has seen her a couple times. I'm really jealous. I'd love to see her.
Oh. She made a great character. Proud working.
I love her accent. Did you ever
I've seen clips of it, but Sarah's a little bit of it. Whereas, yeah, she was some dude didn't show up on time, so she just had to go. And I was her ex-girlfriend. And she said, "Oh, I had magic and stuff to do, but I just talked with the audience too much." And I think she's like, "Then I made this show I was really proud of, but I didn't interact with the audience much." Like, love that. Could you not do the thing you're really proud of and do the playing with us more? All right. Good to go. uh, well, we're gonna phase me. But, all right, let me fix all of this. Hi, I am Michael. Pronouns are he, him, and I'll be running the show tonight. Actually, oh, that's why. All right, people are in the wrong place. My Michael pronouns are he, him, and I'll be G.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X. I'm all over the place, and I'm playing To Be Determined.
I'm Sarah, and I'm also playing To Be Determined.
Hey, I'm Kay, and I will be playing my mage Xander.
All right. Over the next couple weeks, one of the things I want to do is take a little bit of time to explore more about each of your, not just your mages, but your societies, the societies that you're, Bjornir, the Magica, and the Kriya. I also recommend. I think I put a link thing to the history bolts book, which I recommend checking out your section of. So we have returned to the Covenant. Spring of 1230. Technically.
Right.
Spring of 1218. Time jump. You just returned from kind of making sure that this is hopefully remain yours. Going to have to deal with the tribunal. Basically, let them know that you have a sponsor. Let's begin with. I don't know if you looked over the stuff about the tech.
Oh, is it what you sent earlier today?
Cremon, I put some stuff. I think I may have been in that. Like the Cremon have there's magical tattoos that actually appear on them. A lot of it, which like spirals are very motif. Start off with a few kind of older Cremon is the more they have gone in, the more they've gone into the mystery and riddles, the more that of them start appearing. One of the things the other mages would I actually put in if you go into your inventory, I also do some rearrangement. Player companions, the Covenant. And I did a little riddles.
Mhm.
One of them, and at some point you will decide what it meant. One of them was riddle that ends your apprenticeship. What is the path? The Koreamon believe that the time is essentially a philosopher. It makes and thought that essentially what has happened is because of, I don't exactly call it sin, basically because everything was in harmony, and this magical philosopher of one of the first reincarnated came back with like, fangs. Because of that, there's a cycle of chaos. Everything will be reborn and go through all of these things, these lives. And Krayamon, founder of your particular house, who had been tortured by his master, trying to get all of the branded and supposed to get him deeper. And he went into a final twilight, left what was considered his final riddle. How do you Krayamon are trying to aptly find the way, well, like to cover things. Riddles are many of them are like and koan, which I don't know if any of you have heard those before. They're like little stories, sometimes humor, that essentially you're supposed to meditate on, consider, and pull a lot of stuff out. There was one I read a long time ago that I think was koan, that was essentially man was on it. The train had been stopped for they were not moving. Went up to the conductor and said, "Is there any way we can go faster?" Yes, but I'm forbidden. End of story. Part of it is digging in for like what kind of mystical, metaphysical, like truths and such can you pull out of that idea. Some of which might be sometimes held back by the thing not allowed to do the thing that would allow us actually forward because we're hampered by society, by a bunch of stuff. Gave you a couple riddles, and these are things to kind of think of. And at some point, they talk about having both deep answers, right, rather shallow answers that they're correct, they're fine, but there's for example, one of them that the other mages would probably up in. There's an argumentative Titalis mage once put the counter case distinctly about the fact that he thought you spend all of your time thinking about beer, that everything reminds you of. So now, one of the very popular Krayamon riddles, what reminds you of? Essentially, what is the thing that you spend your time like kind of help with? Anyway, these are some things to sort of keep in mind. What about the riddle?
Yeah, I'm like half reading it, but yes.
Yeah. Have you all returned? You have been gone for quite some time, so like basically, this it'll be the first time in a while you're actually able to work on things, to work on spells, books. One of the things that keeps coming, one of the things that on often or places haven't been, the ability to be somewhere. So there's one thing if you'll take a look at some point at just the Creon section. There's some sections in the back that talk about like certain paths, and that they'll often walk many. End up looking, but a fairly common meditative practice, walking the lane. Or probably enough that you a ribbon, and as you walk it, you're able to meditate on things. You know that ones that are more powerful can actually cast some fairly level spells, and even those who get better at it are able to simply walk it in their mind. At this point, you actually do get like a benefit on the way of like, I'm gonna go through here, I'm gonna go through all this idea, the Labyrinth meditation, that I can basically angle all a specific factor bonus. Um, yeah, if you enigmatic wisdom score or more, you don't need Labyrinth tool. 6 or more, you don't even need to walk it. You can, or to do it, it would take you one in.
Let's see here. I have 2.
Okay. So it used to take you, if you were to walk the labyrinth, for example, it would take you like, at this point you can do, it's one where you can actually, like, basically every level of enigmatic wisdom is it through this, like, understand, trying to like things that well, I mean, there is deals with Fae, Gothman and Hammer, whereas the other two, and then Zeldan, more about like the physical animal, basically stuff away from. But you've been pondering something you've. It's been some time, and it's actually one of our very early. Occasionally, the Minotaur comes up from an attack. Fatalist is one of the turns, attacks, and then there's a Regio have a piece about it might be possible with especially with the find your way into this labyrinth, what truth,
So I could use the horn to try and guide, or
but with the orb. Now, here's what I would ask here: um, what are the kinds? So, considering what you have in mind for your character, considering the way on often strange riddles, what are the kinds of people you would have?
Hmm. Like in what way? Like,
Well, I mean, people have got like sort of certain grogs and such. Off even there are people who have use for sometimes just for times for kind of get things done. You're going to gravitate.
mm, probably with like the Cremon background, like the kind of the thought that the world is, within itself and it grows and stuff. Probably one of the scribes, like was it Justine is one of them, I think. Is she one
Justine,
of
Justine,
is she one of
No,
our
I
scribes?
think yeah, she's a scribe.
Yeah.
She's not a companion
No,
though.
that's Giselle.
Giselle's
oh, okay.
Justine's a grog.
Yeah, so probably spending a lot of time like, in the libraries, and the people who like just spend a lot of time there, widening worldviews and stuff like that.
So possibly, and it might be useful to have some.
Yeah, sure. I don't think I've interacted much with Thor but
Okay.
yeah.
Stuff might come up that might bring him in. Tell me also a little bit about your ghostly. Did look, you do have your ghost built.
Yeah, we did. Uh,
Notice your ghostly warder browses, is caroused in lore, magic lore. This might be what's for it. You'll be able, but who?
We've definitely talked about this before, and do I remember what we talked about? Absolutely not.
I
I
was
think it was
write it
like a
down.
I think it was like a childhood friend we had said. Um, oh, you know what? It might be in this book. At one point, I took notes for this game. Magica. I think we said it. I said it was like a childhood friend that something had happened to. I'll have to probably go back and like read or like find the videos where we talked about it. But definitely like a childhood friend, but I don't remember what we said happened to them.
At least put the childhood friend.
Cool.
So the others have been plagued, like the dreams of demons from those have hit a number of members of the covenant of the frogs and you night when you falls above you, a night sky with unforgettable and a king. And the sound, not galloping, walking.
Um, is this kind of my version of what I imagine my labyrinth is, or
No,
no?
this feels. I mean, considering you know that Daedalus is Minotaur comes through, something calling you.
I think I'll just like leisurely go towards where think I hear the horses or the hooves at least.
The thing is, you're not quite sure. You know that Justine about like in Thordak both know a little bit more about when the Minotaur has appeared once so far. There's been Justine will have more previous.
Okay. Then I think while I'm in this like you said it's like a dream state kind of.
No, I mean, these are just the things. Like,
Yeah.
we're not like in the dream itself, but just well, they've been dreaming of demons and stuff like that because part of the visions are tied with the ground. You occasionally, not all the time, dream of the labyrinth that's stuck here. Because it's somewhere in here.
Okay. Then I think once I wake up, I'll go to Justine and be like, and I'll ask about Minotaur and what knowledge she has on it.
Well, Christina.
Justine, where would
One of the libraries. I don't think like necessarily like one of the laboratories, but just one of the libraries, just kind of like organizing, looking through books, finding texts.
and Thordak? Why are you there?
I would honestly say that he was probably just doing his rounds. He's the captain of the guard, and he's been with, or he's met with, or he's gone on missions with Justina before. So he probably just stopped to BS a little bit while he's doing his rounds.
Yeah. So as you are there, you both feel that familiar bit of a as you kind of catch sight of both used to it by this point.
Good afternoon.
Hi. So I came to find out what you might know about the Minotaur.
He lives in the labyrinth.
You'll know about once a decade or so is what both people's memories and what you have from the Covenant,
Mhm.
their records, quite a bit of time. Daedalus gets brought up.
He lives in the labyrinth. He comes out of once a decade, usually. I would
Usually
say-
one. Usually once a decade.
When was the last time he came out?
When do we think it was?
Oh, it was early on when you got here, so it was probably at this point probably getting. There's been like some people that have said they've seen something, but nothing like the attack that happened.
Who knows? It's been a while.
Well, we got here 15 years ago. It was about that first year, so roughly 15 years.
Mm. I've been
Not
having
long.
dreams of the Minotaur in the labyrinth.
That's odd.
Yeah, I think I don't know if it's connected, but it might be to, like you said, it's been 15 years. If he comes out once a decade, he might be gearing up to show himself.
Perhaps. Michael, you think there'd be any journals or anything in the library that I might know of that documents any of this?
Mick, you've got like a. Again, can't remember all this. There's a lot of different.
Ars Liberalis? Would that be
Yes.
it? Okay, let's do that.
Also realize it's been quite a while since probably both Beck and
Yeah.
I already did that.
Simple die or stress die? All right.
Ooh, the dice are on the screen now?
Neat.
yes. I tried to update some exactly where. So you spent some time looking through, like a number of the old records were kept sometimes fairly well, and there's times that they're not kept. Then there's just also gaps lines here. Those points, if there happen to you try to see if covenants were. A lot of the stuff here had to do more stuff and less with. As you look through, it is a thing where it seems like it's maybe not always the same. As you're checking through descriptions of the Minotaur, while always Minotaur, varies wildly in size, coloration of the like such of the
Mhm.
or the right
Hide.
side. Yeah, like I was about to say, didn't I know there's hair there? It just didn't seem very fur. Differences in the coloration and markings, and the thing is, these are specific. It's not like this is what we heard. Like these are from the eyewitness.
Strange. There's. I should throw that. There's only one Minotaur, right?
There's only been one that we've ever seen,
Okay.
but
Well,
I was under the impression there was one. Why do you ask?
because according to records, there is more. Well, not more than one, but the Minotaur looks different often.
Well, it is dealing with magic, so it could be that it looks different. I mean, we've seen some crazy stuff. That would not be the most unusual thing we've ever seen. Is something can change how it looks.
Mm. Is the Minotaur magic? I thought it was just.
It's a creature, possibly a creature of fairy, and like a lot of the gods turn out to actually be at least the
Mhm.
that is more unique than tribunal. Like it's not the same thing with gods.
Hmm. This is strange.
Could it just be a lineage of Minotaur?
I thought the Minotaur were created for the Labyrinth. That's what the stories say. I would ask Daedalus, but you don't want to ask
No.
Daedalus about this.
No, don't bring it up. He gets mad, very
Noted.
mad.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the
Who else would know about this?
Oh, hold on. Gotta look through the grogs real quick. Okay. Hear me out. We know that there is a grog here that is in charge of all the other grogs named Steven, who has been here longer than most, but we've never played him and never made a stat block for him. So if anybody would know, it'd be Steven. He's been here forever.
Worth a shot.
There's are you saying?
We've mentioned him
Yeah.
multiple episodes, but we've never made an official stat block for him, and we've never actually had anyone play him. But there is canonically someone
is the de
named
facto go-to person when no one else knows jack shit.
Oh, there's a brought up, like, so one thing we can. But tell me what we remember about Steve.
I don't remember this guy at all, so you guys are gonna have to do this.
He's only been mentioned once since I've joined you guys, and he was the one that I think I like met first, or like the first grog that I played had to be shown around by this man.
Yeah,
Like a guard or something?
No, so the first episode when Zaldan and his crew made it to the Covenant, Sarah played a grog that was to show us around, and that grog was like, normally Steven would do this, but he's busy right now. And every time that he's brought up, he's busy doing something, so someone else does it. It's been a running gag forever in this game. I think it's been 4 times.
Yeah, usually kind of longer than most. I remember what his actual like.
It sounds like he's a grizzled veteran, to be honest.
Well, there's Salazar Steve. So that's an old veteran who came with Liz.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Steven was here before the mages. And from what, like, we had the 50-year-old advisor that died, and I believe he's been here as long as that guy was. So he's an older guy. But that's, like I said, we've never really statted him out because he's just kind of been this joke that we've had since, like, oh, that's Steven, but then someone else shows up. Steven couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, I'll 70-year-old. I'll make note that he.
He feels like the ghostly warder of this tribunal.
Grog
Also,
template.
sort of, I'll probably won't need. I did put Steve. One of our.
In our Covenant grogs.
Oh no.
There he is.
Okay. Stuff and add things to it. As like best way of findings. Even is actually often really impossible.
I would say Thordak would probably be the one because he's the captain of the guard and
No, I mean-
knows everyone.
I will say, look at your abilities. She's actually good.
Oof. Survival tracking, I have a 4 as Thordak.
I have
That's-
nothing like that.
survival. I think is usually
Okay.
like wood stuff like that.
Leadership 5?
Area knowledge can be a. But there's a covenant.
Arousing.
Covenant norm.
Oof. Covenant Lord. He doesn't have that. No.
Yeah, the best I have is local lore.
Yeah, your local lord.
Okay.
So he's been here kind of the longest. He's also often
Stress or
impossible.
simple?
It's one of those things where he is, as far as anyone's aware. Oh.
I guess.
Okay.
Oh, it's because it's local. You have, or intelligence 5. You have intelligence 5. That's why. So here's the thing. Steven knows a lot. Steven's, very good at like much
Avoiding
older.
everything.
He's been around here a long time. He kind of knows how everything. He also knows how to not be.
He knows how to avoid people at all costs.
Yes, he knows how to avoid kind of work. He knows how to look busy. But he is someone who kind of everybody knows and is with, and is also at this point so old and been here for long, including long before. Like there are those who say he was actually here, like the last group of mages tried to occupy this place. Not something. It takes you a little bit because remember one of the things we thought also is this place is just built like a because it is built in part of the old. And like there is still parts of it being for a long time it was just sort of they just dug along the vein. And then which opened up big parts of it that then we'll put in houses, we'll open up the sky, we'll do all this kind of stuff, but it wasn't planned. It makes it difficult. You actually find him at this point like snoozing in what used to be like a mage's what used to be a mage's laboratory of someone who is not here, or basically there is not a place to. If you got another mage, this is one of the laboratories because there were definitely ones here before that had more people. Find him, and at least
Are we all there, or is it just Thordak?
Justina was the one who found him.
yeah,
Oh.
this will be all of you.
Is he sleeping?
Oh yeah.
I kick his chair. I kick the foot on his chair.
Actually kind of catches himself with like a surprising like for an old man, he actually still kind of keeps
I forget he's like 80.
let's
Don't give this old man a heart attack. We need his information.
yeah, there's just a moment where he's just like,
Oh, he has to work for once in his damn life. Okay.
yeah. What was that for?
Get up. We have questions.
Kind of like gets up because I was cleaning in here and sat down.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Excuse me. I was. There actually is some cleaning sort of. I think it's a good idea to leave laboratory of mages, even ones who have been gone for this long, unattended, not cleaned once in a while.
I'm not worried about that. I have a couple questions.
Unattended, not cleaned once in a while.
What do you know about the Minotaur in the Labyrinth?
Appears from time to time. More. Less.
And
Once a decade.
I'm having dreams about it and the Labyrinth, and we found some info in one of the libraries about it not always looking the same. So I was personally wondering if it may have been a lineage of Minotaur, if there's only one, like any info you might have.
Oh, I don't. Was one who was looking how to find them in sort of a magical buzz, but
Is it an orb? Like,
saw him. I don't know exactly what happened. Mages made sure that we could back long after.
and that was the only other person who's had dreams of the Minotaur that you know of?
He said it used to call to him. Had a lot of the work far back in there. There are tunnels and veins that marble that incredibly deep. Best him.
And where would the most up-to-date maps of the labyrinth be?
Let's see what I can do. And he actually takes you through some of the offices. Kind of like goes through that you're watching him going through a little bit and just probably also help. Basically, like there's back with like the for a long time it was they kind of kept track. So much was being mined out. We're able to put together kind of like rough bits of a few maps from areas because they're not all redrawing the entire time as it changes. There's certain things. Those corridors, well, those have all been removed. Home lines, but other ones you end up with like several maps that have been made, often fairly crude on from different that are going. Many of them are not necessarily like you can't get them to all line up. Some of them that appear possibly away from the other, you end up putting them on a large, have them sort of got rough. Hell knows.
What was our last known, like, expedition down into the labyrinth? Like, what was the last either work done down there or?
At this point, he just kind of shrugs. He goes, as far as the labyrinth of the
Yeah.
Justina, you know a little bit. It's been a while since they've mapped stuff. I mean, currently they've been trying to and kind of going better. But it's been a little while since they haven't made like try to go through maps of it. Partly because I don't know if you got people like if you're gonna try to go someplace and then draw stuff, it's not all gonna actually do. Could be done.
Yeah. Is there anything else, any other advice or words of wisdom you could offer me?
Uh, Labyrinth is
Daedalus or the Minotaur? Daedalus or the Minotaur?
The other mage.
mage.
Oh.
His name anymore. go into it. Hard to.
Mhm.
Thank you. I think I walk out of the uh lab and like kind of towards. Well, I'd grab up all the maps and stuff and take them back to the library we were in earlier and like relay them out and stuff. And I look at Justina and Thordak and I go, if I'm anything like the other mage, then these dreams are only going to get worse. We have the orb. We have part of the horn. I think we find you get a group of soldiers together and we go down into the labyrinth.
Okay. I'll have them ready in an hour.
Sounds good.
We gather anyone else?
Whoever Thordak thinks we should bring.
I don't think we have any cartographers in our midst, or I'd say bring a cartographer, but that's one thing we haven't really gotten.
My computer wake up. Let me see if I have cartography. No, I don't.
All right. I'll just get a couple of our shield boys ready and I'll meet you. Where do you want us to meet you?
I think I just is there like a certain place on any of the maps that I can find where like we can get in, but a lot of it in a certain area close hasn't been.
No,
Like-
what you'll need to know is like the labyrinth that not where the. It's what the thing is. What you find out like you got part of the last time. It have a symbolic link,
Connection.
basically a magical connection.
Mhm.
With that, which if you put it inside of it, the actual labyrinth, it's finding a way into a regio is the hard. What
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah. Go meet me at the front gates. I will do my own work here to try and find where we're headed.
Okay. Thordak is going to go to the hospital wing to check on Lear and tell her that he's going into the maze with Xander and then go get soldiers.
Here at this point, yeah, it must have made the heal.
Yeah, 'cause I'm basically healed.
Yeah, like you've had the time. Been a couple. Or you are.
Ah, well, then he's going to go tell Lear that he is going into the maze with Xander and when he will let her know when he's back.
Okay.
That
And I'll use the sphere and the horn. to
They
try
were
and
so
find-
confused. It's like,
It's like, what do I say to this? Like, have fun, don't die.
be safe.
Who are you taking with you? Question mark.
I'll round up some grogs.
Yeah, and in the meantime, I'll use the sphere and the horn to try and locate the Regio.
Takes you back a ways past the place where things were very neat. Like for the most part, the marble is taken out in block as much as possible and as smoothly as possible because they want them to look nice. And there's end up there's some places that start to become rougher, not necessarily as well mined. Reach a part where there is part of it seems natural. It has been expanded some, so the walls are fairly rough. With probably one made their way through, kind of coming back. Probably the if that's how. Because you got to dig it out of the ground. Similar. And as you're kind of going there, you reach a place where it's pointing you like chance walk in.
I think what I
And
have.
as I say, actually with the spell, use it to look through, and what you see fairly dark. But what you can, the walls themselves go on away several places, branches out. It looks quick look like see far up above there, and there are several places. The branch of it branches to. Then at one point, and all like one of the important things is going to be how do you find your way.
I think what I do is I probably have some paper and stuff on me. I just like a little map of the surrounding area. I'll mark where we need to come back to at least, and then head back to meet up with Thordak and the others.
I think she's waiting with Thordak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back while you
Yeah.
Do we have any magical items that could help us find our way out?
Yeah. Let's see.
I brought chalk.
Okay.
You draw
I think
where you were, and then you can follow it back.
I think I brought several of the maps from the library, like even like the half-assed ones I brought with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know cartography, but I'm smart and I can make a map, probably.
Yeah. Is there anyone like I know for sure we're gonna get fucking turned around in here no matter what we do.
Do you have an axe or something in case the Minotaur comes, Thordak?
Yeah, I'm bringing my armor and my weapons.
Okay. Should I bring an axe?
There's a Minotaur, and I'm not gonna take my weapon. That's
True.
crazy talk. It's not an axe though. It's a warhammer.
Okay.
He holds up his big. He's 7 foot tall. Remember, so he holds up this massive hammer.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That'll come in handy.
Yeah.
As much as I don't think it will help truly, Justina, make sure you bring a compass. I don't think it'll help us whatsoever, but it might help with your maps.
I'll do my best.
We should hold on.
Hmm.
Thordak is going to get a specific grog. I just don't remember who it is. Felix.
Who's
Because Felix was a tracker. He's the hound master, but he had very good tracking and navigational skills. So he's bringing specifically Felix.
Okay.
He was, yeah. So he comes back with Felix. He's like,
should I bring my hounds with me?
You can bring one of them. I don't know. Xander, should he bring a dog? I mean, a dog would be good.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt.
All right. Yeah. Bring one of your dogs.
Between Felix, the dog, and the chalk. Who knows? We might get somewhere.
Probably bring a couple dogs with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I lead us back to where the orb pointed me to the wall.
As you get towards the wall, put a hand on it at first.
Mm. Can I use the orb in any way?
You know that there's not often like certain places you have to go around a few times. Spirit of Caleb. Yeah, so bring out the. Now this one's only got like.
Mm-hmm.
Find your way between. You got that 3 times per. Oh, I'll say because it does. What you saw is when you have to actually.
Mm.
You have to like if someone leans against it or kind of thinks it might help to close your eyes, but you have.
It's oobleck.
I don't know if you wait till the next day for. Only use this. You want to bring up the sphere of.
Yeah.
Which sphere?
Yeah, I think like that same day I meet with Thordak, we figure out who we're gonna bring, what we're gonna bring, and then I say the next morning we can head out.
The other like talk and the other kind of material.
I just said I'm bringing all the maps we have, even the half ones.
Well, I will say there are no like whatever's on the other side. Maps do not. The maps you have, rough maps you have, are what's in our world. Side of the region.
I'm bringing a compass at least. I don't know if it's gonna help. And papers, and like I'm gonna try mapping this. My best attempt.
Got compass paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stuff like. Else?
Yes. Some shield grogs.
Yeah.
I think that's all we
I
decided.
feel like this is one of those situations where I probably don't want to bring all the mages again. It's a bad idea.
I
A lot of
think
the
it's
mazes
bad.
want to do their own.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Yeah. That's all I got.
And I look at everyone I brought with me. I go, close your eyes and pretend the wall was not there.
How many soldiers are you?
I think he's bringing just a platoon, standard 6. 6 soldiers, him and Felix. I think it's plenty.
Yeah.
Right, as you see, Xander just fall. The rest of you come in behind you. Is Black's. No, one thing you see is the entrance. And now that you're in, looking through the entrance is not the way to exit. Not the way to get. Looks like another way because you brought something from out. You have a way to get back, but it somewhere off to the left. How to get. Again, the walls themselves, 20 feet tall. You're looking at about size, like about 20 feet, roughly the size of a road. Reminds me of the apparently George. But there's a place where he said they built a 700-foot wall.
Mm-hmm.
At one place they said so when they built this stuff and they showed it to George R. R. Martin, he's like, that's far too high. That's ridiculously high. They're like, no, that's what's 700. If you want to think about like the size of a like lane roads going,
Mhm.
like it's fairly large. Also, by the way, Thordak, what size is your? You have a size stat.
My size. Where would that size stat be? +2.
Regular human.
Yeah, he is huge because he's half giant.
Yeah, it's fairly huge. Nearby, kind of for. We're not going to put do an actual. Tell me kind of what.
I truly, there's no rhyme or reason. I think I let um Felix and the dog lead, and have like a couple shield grogs as well.
I'll say like, looks like he kind of goes for dogs. They get the dogs seem extraordinarily nervous because like when they're here, everything just feels. See them like looking around. Also, there is kind of what looks like a moonlight, even the torches are. They kind of go forward. Dogs have
Just, just, just head straight for now, and we'll just listen for anything. Everyone, just listen for anything that sounds. Just any sounds, truly. I don't have any leads. All I know is that this is where the Minotaur lives, and this is the place I've been dreaming about.
if we've got, let's say you see left on the where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going generally in?
Yeah,
Wait until you,
yeah,
I'll say for all of you, like you're gonna want to have some sort.
yeah.
I would say if you want to discuss how you might do that, because remember, if you just kind of go randomly, possibly
Yeah. I say
you're
we
gonna want to
kind
have
of
a plan of attack.
try to go towards the exit, just so we can get a vague lay
Yeah.
of where we're at, like entrance versus exit,
Mhm.
how far away they are from each other.
So
Well, here's what you're gonna know. Because think of a box or
Keep going left.
Yeah.
We just keep making lefts.
hand on the left.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Something like that means you, and you can. All right. As you're making your way, sort of going for a while, it is eerily quiet. There's not often you're not too far away of animal. Like even if there's buddy around, doesn't seem to be cool, not uncomfortable, but there's like a find your way going through. What is something characters that character does not like thinking about dealing with?
I mean, Thordak has a supernatural nuisance that's the ghost of his dead brother that he killed.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's pretty on the nose right there.
I think Justine apprenticed with a midwife for many years, and she saw some very horrendous things during that. Not many years, but for a few years she apprenticed with a midwife, and she saw some very awful things.
For Xander, probably the death of his childhood friend. Like, just didn't deal with that happening very well. Especially because he's a mage. It doesn't feel like they're very like they aren't comforting, right? So very you just have to deal with it.
As you're heading over Thor, about this brother that you, and also as we kind of do this, I do encourage you making.
Okay. In the biography section. Beautiful. Thordak's brother is actually his twin brother. And just the fact that his brother was born about 10 minutes before him meant that he is technically the older brother. So he was always treated better than Thordak, even though they were both the same size, had the same skills. Thordak just always felt that he was not as good as his brother. And it just got to a boiling point at one point when it was just a friendly spar. And Thordak got mad and killed him. And instead of dealing with it, he ran away. Like, he's not been home. Like, he left completely.
Sarah, do you have an idea about the awful?
Yeah, she just saw, like you said, not just like painful childbirth. Like I think she expected that, but it was more like men or fathers would be like, it doesn't matter if my wife survives, save the child, and then in the end both of them died. So she saw a lot of pain, a lot of grief, a lot of loss, and a lot of very preventable death.
If I make this,
yeah.
Xander,
What age do mages like always know their magic, or is it
the
like
mages they've got the gift, but it has, and there'll be certain things they'll sort of naturally have to be. They're basically brought in. General apprentice.
I think this happened when they were probably about like 7 or 8, so very early in their apprenticeship. And it was just like magic gone wrong.
Someone that
Yes.
lived in like Covenant.
No, I
Apprentice
think
to apprentice to another mage from the Covenant.
I think it'd be more fun if it was just a Covenant kid. And like, yeah, magic gone wrong. Like the young apprentices were practicing and they were there because they were all friends with them, and just something went wrong, and like he never fully processed that.
As you're going through the labyrinth, after a while, the world itself falls away in certain respects, and you are time. Occasionally kind of finds a dead hand on the left, make that's up to drop away. Kind of start for all of you this point.
Yeah, Thalen.
And childhood friend and just You hear your father. All right, Thalen. Soon it's like someday all of this. Like, what kind of family did you?
It I wouldn't say they were like high nobles, but Thordak is a knight. He was knighted.
Like
So
possibly
it
like lower noble ones that had some land.
yeah. And having giant's blood in our family also helped with that status. So we had a little bit of land, some holdings, some people under us.
There's a point where one thing he's found is both of you were given kind of odd looks by because you got so, and your father at one point, like, best of all, only take one of you out. Two of you, big as you're getting at this point, you were probably close.
Yeah.
Outstripped all the quickly. Phelan needs to get to make people say things about our mind. They say question your. Some of them can say,
Mm.
Phelan looks and goes, I'm sure that once I inherit, we could probably find a.
Oh. So I'm hearing this like in my head.
No, you're kind of back. As he looks at you, stuck once again. Take Thalen out, but part you haven't been hidden exactly. Times you've been out in place.
Okay. Yeah. Thordak at that point, as they're driving away, he grabs his hammer and just starts smashing anything that he can find.
As they leave.
Like, yeah, as they're gone, he's just hitting hay bales, like anything that like won't make his dad get mad that he broke it. He's just in a rage.
Is your mother still?
Yes.
There's a point where she kind of yells, "Thordak, Thordak!"
Sorry.
Can't destroy things because you're angry.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can't keep saying you're sorry and do. What sort of a knight are you going to be every time you're angry? You lash out and destroy the things that your family owns. Phelan keeps his head.
You're right. You're right. Just gonna sulk off.
Abigail.
Abigail will.
Justine. She's in a Covenant Rocks.
Technically,
Oh.
think people.
Mm.
Dogs are.
Mm.
Going through like at local tavern, having come from a
I want to learn.
little village.
I want to learn.
Elf does have the black. I'm sure where you're from, you had better landed.
I wasn't given that option.
kind of like up, has it in like shallow little
What's that?
there, and you look over to there is a woman who's like, her husband is um kind of a married.
Okay. Does she know I'm okay?
This is when you has come to the mid. Her husband is not particular,
Mhm.
and again, she's yeah. The second bit looks so.
Okay. I take the herbs and I kind of weave my way through the bar and I kind of bump against the table and spill the drink, like I spill her drink. I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm so sorry. Let me, I will get you a new drink. Ma'am, I am so sorry. I'll get you,
Fine. And her husband turns and goes, like, "You gotta pay for it too."
I promise I will. I promise I will. I'll get you a new one. And I
As
skirt.
he starts to stand there, she kind of pushes. No, it's look with her.
I'll get her a new one. And I go to the bar and I get a new drink. And when I'm at the bar waiting, I kind of slyly put the herbs in the drink. And I come back over like, I apologize. I'm so very sorry. And then like my back is turned to him and I kind of look at her, I look at her and I'm like, I wink.
Bit wide-eyed, a little. Then she kind of like, but you know at this point, within the next 24 hours.
Okay.
At this point, they both look over. Abigail has sort of come over. Her standing next, like one hand kind of like nails sort of dragging down his arm a little bit as he turned, blah 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 blah, and then you see her as she reaches up over, and she has a ring on that has been like flipped. Almost looks like a now you know sort of flipped, and she's like, got a husband, you got a wife. Like she's like, and not gonna say anything. And she kind of like extracts herself a little bit of.
We should be going. I'm sorry again, sir.
Watch yourself. Sit back down, Abbott. Us to tend to him.
Good, good. And even though like deep down Justine knows this is the right course, it's not exactly a happy feeling in her stomach. This feeling.
Xander.
Uh, I
Childhood friend.
knew. Um,
Wait, do I?
yes. What? Go ahead, Sarah. What were you saying?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, um, his childhood friend was Ren, and like both their families had been, in the Covenant for as long as they had been um kids and were here.
I will say
Um,
you were probably taking what happens to most mages. Understand, parents tend to hate them. Often live kind of a miserable
mm,
and into it. Family would you don't have the job. Family wouldn't.
gotcha. Um, so probably Ren was his first friend that he made that wasn't immediately like terrified of him, basically.
And we'll say he probably started off terrified. We'll say your parents of the forced you to because he's like you like there's a point where he's protecting you.
Hmm.
So like remember when frightened. Most of us protect ourselves from each other. Karma magic. Cannot cannot act stands up, goes, bring him in. And literally there's the guards sort of outside the door opens up and there's a very frightened look comes in like wide eyed and sort of and is kind of pushed. Make friends. And then like just that's a loud sound.
Um, I just like sit down so I kind of look less threatening, I guess. And introduce myself, and I go, I know you're scared of me. I understand. Um, but I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna do anything. I just want a friend.
Or about that time as he looks back, you then hear a like a thing going like a being brought, and then he just and
Oh, cool. Uh, I'm learning magic here. I don't I don't really know my family. I grew up here.
kind.
I mean, I'll be kind and respectful as well. I I do speak kind of what's on my mind, but other than that,
And there's a very awkward. Mind if we kind of skip forward?
hmm
A very very awkward bit where after a while, like about an hour, Aaron's just friends yet.
I think so.
Kind of gets down on one knee. Aaron's like, and he just sort of find many strangers become very important. Not because you as
So it's okay if you're not my friend.
This will happen more often over the next middle for you. How can something not wish? And then a moment later, you're sort of all back in the, and like literally everyone is just sort of stopped, and you're at like there's a cross all in there, just, and the dogs are all soldiers are have got like nothing. You one of them just goes, "Here, oh nope, snot would come out." I was just gonna do like the big, you're like this deep, but yeah, I think that would be time for a bio break. Hearing that there's something else. you have come to basically kind of come back to your senses. Everybody seems shaken in one degree. Like you've all just sort of come out of something. There's just this moment where, and like the thing of the minute, like, point where things coming from, but it just seemed loud and ever present.
Okay, that's trippy. That I didn't like. What? How's everybody feeling? And with that breathing, we should probably get moving.
Yeah.
I will say the way it is, you don't know what direction. It doesn't sound like it sounds loud, and it sounds like it's
Okay.
coming from sort of all directions. Like it's this sort of ever present thing where every time you sort of turn, see if you can pinpoint where it is, what it's that it feels impossible.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel,
I think Thordak is going to put his armor on at this point. Going to have a shield grog help him get his armor on and get his weapon just in hand. And he's going to like get a formation around Xander and Justina as we progress so that there are guards around the squishies. He's going to set that formation up. He's like, all right, we're going to move slowly with purpose. If you hear anything or see anything tangible, shout it out. And then we will make sure that we are between that and the two of you and head for the exit, I guess, or where you want us to go, Xander. Just tell me which way to go and I'll lead the charge.
Yeah, we can just keep going left, trying to find the exit, I guess. I don't.
that you're which is you're able to kind of. I'm going through the breathing seems to as you are stomps of, but like again, not, one point as you're going, you hear a like out, and then there's like of an axe or something like that, like a blade being dragged along, very likely one of the walls that when you're going, some sort of a.
All right, but just stay calm. It's not in eye shot yet. We're safe for the time being. Just keep moving. Stay calm. He's looking at the other soldiers to hold positions. Don't panic. I know it's weird and we're in a weird place. We've been trained for this. Good. Just keep moving.
He's freaked out. Like honestly, freaked out.
I think Xander's the tiniest bit freaked out. Like he really just went headfirst into this.
I'd make a. This is just trying to keep the map, but you're.
Stressed out. Hold on, pull this up so I can find the stressed out button.
You're like going through and keeping it as best you can. It's not gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a basic stuff. It's gonna be. You've got the basics of how you come. As is, you definitely lost like that's a while to kind of guess. Like would have been you brought 10-foot.
Yeah.
Kind of go from. Have that you felt good about it for a while, but as you're moving faster, rougher, but it's basically correct. It's just you are making your way, going that sort of. Not,
Yes.
are sort of in the sort of they lacking some of the. They're there. He's just like, no, put on the shield. Fine, it's a blunted sword. Not gonna hurt. And he like big, and he's lashing out in. It's not gonna kill. As
Okay.
he's gonna blunted. Um, can
Hurts.
yes, and bones.
I think about the third time he knocks this same kid down and gets really aggressive. Thordak's gonna walk up and just like grab him by the shoulder and throw him down. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Oh. Got some firing? Is that how it's gonna be?
We both know I'm the better fighter. Walk away.
Best thing you could fighters in an arm ABC there because them and sort of
They might be yours someday, but right now they're not. And you're going to leave them alone.
Timbers is so
Yes, because of me. If nobody else will stand up for them, I will.
he lunges
Because that's what a knight does.
lunges at you with
Whoop. Is that low?
no, that's that's
How'd that happen?
because I clicked on
Oh.
rushes for wanna make your defense roll?
Sure. Would that be the same as it is now?
Yeah, do
What?
purpose.
Okay. Okay. Whoops. Am I on Thordak? Why is the Warhammer not equipped? All right. And armor. Stress, right?
Or no, are you
Yeah.
yeah, as he like swings coming at you, and he's trying hard.
Yes. Thordak is, I think, because his attacks don't hit me, right? Like he's
Yeah, well he's trying, but he's like you are a lot better.
yeah, Thordak after like the third time he tries, is gonna just pull out the Warhammer and swing, and he's aiming right for the head. That'd be an attack, right?
Nice.
As it just want to hit Dan.
Oof.
Nope. Bastion with yeah, 1620 above acetate. That's the thing is he had a blunted Warhammer already blunt. In your range stuff as you hit and it around in his
Yeah, Thordak is just looking at his brother, looks at the hammer, turns and looks at the three that he was bullying,
eyes
and
are just wide now.
Thordak is going to immediately put his hammer behind him. He sprints to the house. Just assume the mom and dad aren't in the house. He's going to grab a sack of coins, stables, grab his oversized horse, and just ride away.
As you go, you do pass your parents coming back in a wagon. Boy, what are you doing?
No response. Just as he's like passing, he flips his hood up. They can probably see all of his stuff on the horse and probably his warhammer covered in blood. He didn't clean it. And he just runs.
You were not there as they're
Mm-hmm. What's up? What's going on?
past the child.
Okay. So what? Right? What do you mean? So more herbs then? More. Christine grabs a few herbs.
So make your way back. I'm tired of. I swear she did something. Like there's just the smell of sick stuff having coming out of Bolt. Well, he's been better have something to.
We do. We have herbs to fix it.
No, before.
And medicine, stress time.
As you're doing your sort of hand, I'll give this there, kind of bring it to him. There's more. He goes.
It's herbs. It's to help.
Kind of looks over. Look, she's given me. Like he got his hand on your. Kind of crank.
Small village. People get sick all the time. We're here to help.
Aaron goes, drink it first.
I take the.
We'll kill you.
So I have guile. Can I try that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's see if I do. If I can do this, it's only 2. Let's see if it works. Yes.
Technically, it was technically whoever put her together as a companion.
All right.
Companions have confidence.
Okay.
So how do you?
I just fake a sip and I.
It's enough to sort of wet your lips.
Yeah.
When you wet your lips, you feel on them is good path.
You
And
should.
as you convulse, pulses on the bed, you start seeing Abigail rushes over one of his arms. Help, girl, quick!
I grab the other arm. God, do I have any kind of physical? What would physical like ability strength be under?
You have,
I have a -1 in strength.
yeah, you're not. The two of you are basically trying to keep him crashing and making. Finally, the two of your whole finally just.
And I follow Abigail out of the house. Is it always like this? Why are we the judge? No, but my father, he wasn't a good man, but he wasn't a bad man either. And my mother thought it was her right to find other lovers. They made me.
Finding other lovers is times one that you are not the one.
Would she have deserved to be killed? So
If I killed every, also be. Eventually, after a lot of friend, like in the same room, there's a little, but like he just kind of gets used. Wait, or comes in the two no longer even locking you.
Thank God.
But there is a point where Ren is sort of
Yeah, and I just try and like remember the coolest thing I've learned so far, like maybe my like wizard's sigil because it's like a flash of blue light. So maybe something like that.
the wizard sigil will be time you cast any like a flash of blue.
Yeah,
With
so
that
just
one,
like the
like if you
smallest
do
little
a really
spell.
like a little minor sort of like something that probably almost like rank 1 or 2 kind of thing, since you're And like super
Like a little
like
flame or something.
magic thing, amazing, and time like he'll ask the things that you can do him as you start. Time goes. Um, time thing is your particular magic's you
Is
best
Corpus.
at control Troy or the human body. That those things are. There's at one point as you're kind of like sort of this point where watch it as you are casting one of these, you just as it sort of hits him, um chunk of ah! kind of falls. He's like screaming. Blood is
Uh, I think I immediately try to think of any spells I can to fix it. Like not immediately go get help, but try and fix it myself.
so basically if you technically be left now to basically try to like fill it up necessarily close off the blood.
Let's see. How do I do like just a regular?
So did you as a
Oh,
go in a spot
yeah.
and if you just want to take like oh it does.
Yeah. Purple.
Pull up the base. Go next is go corpus. Um oh trying something add or remove a body part. You want to try to go a little that's a
Yeah.
muto yeah, that's muto plus
Um,
as attribute made it we'll say I'm gonna probably concentrate. Be a level
oh,
I'm gonna put a spontaneous
okay. Hold on.
makes it
Hmm. Do I put 15 on level or base level?
if you want to just go ahead and put it up.
Okay.
Or just so the total
Okay.
for our purposes we don't
It's not letting me change that one, but I can change base and get it to
put basify effect.
touch concentration. There we go. Um,
Oh, your casting total. Go ahead and cast.
Mm,
And if you just
yeah,
always a
yeah. If it wants to load, come on.
okay. This one because basically that whole total divided by 2. Don't succeed as you're above what you're above. As he's now there's just
I didn't mean. No, I want to show you my cool magic. I'm sorry. I don't leave him until like I refuse to go and try and get help, right? Because I know the second I leave him, he's gonna die.
there. What looks and everyone sort of comes back to look and you see that there is like basically imagine if exits behind you kind of crouched very large a little larger than they sort of crouch the pole axe is not in a like crouch and just everyone else who's with
Hmm. Yeah, Thordak is immediately gonna like push his way to since that thing's behind us. He's just gonna like stand in front of everyone there as everyone slowly like backs away.
that kind of thing. Almost just not getting not like a sort of
And you said the exit's behind us.
well on basically the opposite side um opposite side there exit and then like
What are
I
we doing?
we're leaving.
All right.
in a little bit difficult for very arcane
Hmm. I believe you.
Understood.
Yep.
like pick his way like you notice like the pole axe is hard for you but also
My strength bonus is a +4. Okay. So he's even stronger than me, which is
yeah
scary.
size is his horn um yeah as you sort of head out and as you come out of it you're actually outside of the down near
That
come
was
out. Night air is bracing, like the wall lapping onto, and you look up at it from.
was that a success? Like, did we succeed in our mission, or did we fail our? What was the? What was the? Are you
And
happy?
it's going to depend on if Xander still has nightmares.
Yeah, I feel like it's just a waiting
We're-
game.
We're alive. I think that in itself is a success.
Yeah.
We're not still in the labyrinth. I think that is a success. But
As a creature, one thing you're aware is it bring you in. Looked at for a time, which means Labyrinth might be.
I think in some aspects it helped, although I know we aren't done with it. Like the Minotaur said, we aren't ready for it yet. And if you all had the same experience as I did, I feel like we have a long way to go.
Yeah.
My guess is ask about what happened. Guessing no.
Yeah.
Well, I unfortunately cannot keep a secret.
Well, you don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them, but like
you'll
if people
probably brag about
ask
your
like
own.
just what happened, I will probably say that I faced some hard truths about myself and my life, and I can only gather that everyone else did as well.
mhm.
So, question: was what happened part of the reason up at the cup, or did you think there's other?
There's other things. I think part of her reason and justified that was a good cause, but I think she saw a lot that kind of more or less scarred her.
I would make some notes on the character stuff, just during the description, or you could even. Oh yeah, that's a. But a bunch of those. Or let people know where we can find all you wonderful folks.
Yeah, hi, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X on TikTok. Find me at the Phoenix Gaming Guild and Ronin's Den podcast, all over the place.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm Powerful Week 1 on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Hey, I'm Kay. You can find me just about anywhere at k.1224.
And I am Michael, Improv GM, and
Bye.